Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Tesla vs. Lovecraft Game of the Year Edition. This game was developed and published by 10 Tons Limited and released on December 4th, 2020 for a price of $17.99. This is a remake. The original Tesla vs. Lovecraft came out a little while ago, and they just made the Game of the Year Edition to kind of update the graphics and showcase the game off a little more. So as far as what is the game, it's a twin stick style shooter game where you're Nikola Tesla going through all his crazy inventions, and competing on these levels and trying to eliminate the enemy in the game. You'll encounter tons of different monsters. The game has this cool little stat tracking system where you level up, like the damage that you do to monsters, based on the amount that you've killed them. So ultimately, if you ever get stuck in the level, you can just keep grinding the game and increase your progression. And there's a wide variety of different enemies that you're going to encounter, and they all have different attributes and ways they attack. And one thing that I really like is if you have to go in and grind and try to get more kills on a specific enemy, you can just hit show on map and it tells you what levels to play that you've already played prior to know how to go and complete and take out those enemies. As well as there's an item store where you can unlock these gems and crystals sort of things to unlock upgrades to make your players play out a lot better. The game takes place over multiple chapters, tons of different enemies. You'll fight thousands of them almost every level you play. It's a really fun kind of mechanic the way the game works. It's nothing hard at all. You pretty much are just ultimately trying to kill all the enemies without dying. Once you kill everybody, you'll progress to the next level. Most of the levels take just a matter of minutes to fully complete. As you're playing, you can walk around and use your different abilities. You have teleport, different guns you can pick up, as well as collecting mech parts to get your mech to be able to fight and kill things just a lot easier. The whole map is in a way majority destructible. As you navigate around, walls can be destroyed, enemies can break down barriers, and it's kind of just the basic principle of the game. It's just a grind fest where you're just destroying and killing tons and tons of enemies and trying not to die while also collecting mech parts and just completing the various objectives. As far as difficulty level, like I said, the game's not super difficult by any means, especially with the fact that you can just collect upgrades and constantly just progress and move around. As you play, you have this perk system. Every time you level up, you can pick one of two perks. As you get more unlockables in the game's economy store, you can kind of expand your options that are available here, and it's pretty much just up to you how you want to adapt the upgrades and perks that you choose to better equip the run that you're on. Different levels might recommend or work better with various other perk trees. It's kind of up to you which ones you want to choose. Here's a little bit of an example where the enemies are starting to just pile up on me, and they'll slowly start to just take all the walls down. And then here's also the example of once I get all the mech parts collected for that specific level, I can call my mech, and it kind of just gives me that extra oomph to kill and take down all the enemies that I'm encountering for that mission. You can also use your trigger to use a pseudo special ability that kind of just helps you kill some enemies, take down these little towers, and just progress through the levels a lot easier. As far as the graphics, you can definitely tell there's a graphical improvement in the game from the original release and the Game of the Year edition. It really looks next gen as far as, as next gen as this game could look. The audio and soundtrack all are really nice and engaging. I really enjoy a lot of the overall of this game. Just the downside of the game for me is it's just really repetitive. There's not a lot changing beyond, get your mech, find your guns, rinse, repeat. Granted, I don't know how much they could really add in that aspect level of the game, but nonetheless, it's nothing that's too difficult. If you are looking to try to pick this game up for achievements, you can easily do the full 1000 in this game. You simply just have to play the game. It's nothing too impossible, nothing too difficult. So, if it's one of those questions of how difficult's the achievements, anybody can do them. It's not really hard, just put the time in. I would guess you could probably unlock anything, or not anything, but all the achievements in the game in about a day-ish of playing, if you're just consistently going at it. Obviously that's going to vary on your skill level and your patience, so to speak, with trying to complete things. So, use your own judgment. If you enjoy these sort of hybrided twin stick shooter alien kind of grindfest games, go for it. It's to each their own. But yeah, that's Tesla versus Lovecraft Game of the Year edition. If you guys are interested in picking the game up, I'm gonna have a link down in the description. As far as giving this game any kind of a rating, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I'm just not the biggest fan in these grindfest games that don't introduce too much different, but it's still a fun game for what it is. At $18, it's not a bad pickup. I do enjoy the way to kind of pseudo track your stats and progressions and just the unlockable stories you're playing. The little Monsterpedia adding just a little more information into the game and backstory aside from just, oh, here's a monster, here's what it can kind of do. It's kind of cool. The storyline's it's okay in the game. But, as always, I don't like ruining storylines, so I don't talk about them too much in our reviews. But outside of that, if you guys enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. Otherwise, these Awakeners will come and kill you. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you next time.